My name is Emily. I've been living with my husband Harry since we got married 3 years ago when I was 24. Harry and I met during college club activities, started dating, both got jobs, and he proposed to me at a stable time in our lives. However, at that time, I had just landed my dream job at a cosmetics company and loved my work, so I told him I had no intention of becoming a stay-at-home wife. Harry said,
In that case, let's both work.
and that's what we did at first. But when I turned 26, I was promoted to section chief at this young age. I had always been busy, but now I was leaving the house at 7 a.m. and not getting back until the last train. I couldn't do household chores with that schedule, so Harry decided to become a stay-at-home husband. Our incomes were about the same, but he understood my passion for my work, and I was grateful. Fortunately, Harry had been living on his own since college and could handle most of the housework without a problem. We promised to think about having children when I turned 30, and I was fully focused on my work. That fulfilling life made me happy. But something happened a little before I turned 27. A section chief my age from another branch came to the department next door. Her name was Olivia, and she had an amazing figure and was a sharp beauty. She was like the embodiment of a cosmetics company employee, and many of the staff admired her. I had never actually met her before, but even though we were from different branches, I had heard that she was an outstanding person in looks, personality, and work, and that was the general rumor.
The tall Emily and Olivia are both in this branch. I have great expectations for both of you.
The manager said, inspiring us. I was never particularly intelligent, nor was I especially good at work. I just enjoyed my job, and my efforts were recognized, that was all. So, until now, I never thought of myself as amazing for becoming a section chief, and I didn't think about competing with or beating anyone. But from this day on, whether it was from my juniors, seniors, or bosses, I was compared to Olivia at every turn.
This product proposal is really good, but it somehow lacks impact, I guess.
One day, looking at my product proposal, my boss said this. Is that so? I'll go back and rework it then. Receiving this kind of advice is pretty common, so I responded as I always did. But my boss said,
If that's the case, this proposal that Olivia brought in was really good, so maybe you can refer to it.
What? This product proposal was supposed to be my responsibility. Understood. With some doubt, I took the documents that Olivia made. Then Olivia, sitting beside me, said,
Emily, I'm sorry. I overheard the planning for the new product and got so excited. I wanted someone to see my idea, so I gave it to the boss.
Olivia said this, apologizing to me. Oh, no, it's fine. I could clearly see that Olivia has no intention of taking over my job or outdoing me. Hearing Olivia's words, the boss smiled and said,
The way Olivia enjoys her work is truly wonderful, isn't it?
In the end, I couldn't come up with a product that satisfied my boss, and Olivia's proposal was adopted. This kind of thing happened several times after that. Olivia's genuine enjoyment of her work is apparent, and it's very attractive and shines through. I used to love and enjoy my work, but somewhere along the way, that changed. I don't want to lose to Olivia. I don't want Olivia to take my place. I found myself thinking this way, but the feeling of inferiority and the fact that I hated myself for being envious of Olivia's easygoing attitude became unbearable. So I thought I had to outdo her at work. I was doing my best as I knew how, but I couldn't create satisfactory results like before. And the more I thought about Olivia, the longer it took and the less well I could do. One day, as I was about to leave the house around 6 a.m., as usual, Harry asked me something.
You leaving at the usual time today?
It's rare for Harry to ask this, since I usually come home around the time the last train runs. Yeah, I think so.
Got it. Do your best.
With those words, Harry smiled and sent me on my way. But that day, I couldn't make it home on the last train. To be precise, I didn't go home. My boss suddenly announced that we needed to come up with a new product by tomorrow. This was directed at all employees, but I was desperate to create something better than Olivia this time. Even when it was time to leave, even when it was time for the last train that I usually take, I wasn't satisfied with the ideas I came up with.
Emily, are you okay? I'm going home now.
It was just me and Olivia who had stayed late, and Olivia called out to me when it was time for the last train. Yeah, I think I'll work a little longer and then take a cab home. Making sure not to reveal that I was mindful of Olivia, I said that with the biggest smile I could muster.
Don't overdo it.
Olivia said, looking concerned, and left me 2 fancy chocolates. Her thoughtfulness made me feel even emptier. I sent a message to Harry, saying sorry, I don't think I can make it home tonight. I'll take a cab. I got home around 4 a.m. Harry was sleeping on the sofa. It was unusual for him to fall asleep here. I had to leave the house again in 3 hours. I didn't even want to take the time to remove my makeup, but as I was getting into bed, Harry seemed to wake up and walk toward me.
Emily, you must be tired. Staying up so late. Are you okay?
He offered words of concern, but I just wanted to sleep, so I brushed him off.
Actually, yesterday was our wedding anniversary, so I made something you like.
He said, trying to lead me to the dining area with a happy look on his face. But sorry, Harry, I have to leave at 6, so I want to sleep now. I'll see you tomorrow, I said, refusing, and as I tried to get into bed, Harry wouldn't let me sleep yet.
Then, at least take this.
He said that, searching for something in the closet, but I wasn't in the mood to be pleased. I want to sleep soon. If I don't sleep, I'll be drowsy at work tomorrow, and I'll lose to Olivia. When Harry brought a beautifully wrapped bag to me, my irritation reached its peak.
Here's a gift. Happy 3rd anniversary.
Harry said with a big smile, but I responded with something I hadn't planned on saying. Must be nice for you, Harry. I don't need a gift bought with my money. Just let me go to sleep. I did notice the shocked look on Harry's face. Without apologizing, I simply went to bed and fell asleep. But in the end, my product idea wasn't chosen the next day. As expected, it was Olivia's that was selected. During lunch break, I wanted to be alone and was looking for a quiet place within the office. I stumbled upon a break room a bit away from my department where 2 colleagues were having lunch. There are people here too, I thought, and was about to move on when I overheard their conversation.
It's Olivia again, huh?
Yo, saw that coming.
Don't you think Emily has been a bit off since Olivia arrived?
I get you. I used to look up to Emily, but now she seems to fade next to a real classy woman.
Hey, that's too much.
That's when something inside me snapped. Tears welled up and wouldn't stop. Back in college, I loved dressing up, and I took great care of my appearance every day. That's why I joined a cosmetics company, and I loved looking all dolled up. Why has this happened to me? Why has my life become so miserable? Harry's only 27. He deserves someone more beautiful and appealing, not a woman who's fallen apart inside and out. That thought made the tears flow again.
Emily, it's gonna be all right.
Harry would say, holding me when I felt unstable. Why is he so warm and kind, unlike me? I took for granted that he was there. But how long had I been oblivious to his importance in my life? That's when I remembered something. The gift Harry tried to give me that day, I had even forgotten it was our anniversary. I didn't express any gratitude for the favorite meal he had cooked or for his staying awake on the couch waiting for me. I shouldn't have said I didn't need it. What kind of terrible wife am I to reject a gift he took the trouble to buy? I'm so sorry. I kept apologizing to Harry over and over.
There's nothing to apologize for.
Harry would say, comforting me by rubbing my back. I keep saying I want to work, and Harry quit his job for me, but then I got sick from stress on my own, causing nothing but trouble. I'm not fashionable. I look like a mess. You must hate having such an unattractive wife, I sobbed. Harry responded to me in a gentle voice.
I've never thought of it as a nuisance. When I married Emily, I swore I'd love her no matter what. Even in tough and sad times, even if she's not always smiling and dressed up, I wanted to marry her because I want to be by her side to support her.
His words healed my heart like nothing else. Harry's warmth was like a ray of light illuminating my dark, lost path.
So, Emily, I was thinking of quitting if you don't like it.
As I started to calm down a little, Harry broached the subject.
I've been job hunting, going to interviews secretly while you were at the hospital. And the day before yesterday, I got the acceptance notice. Emily, if it's too hard for you to go back to work, don't push yourself. This time, I'll do my best, so you can relax.
Harry had been taking action on my behalf, all without my knowledge. I had always insisted that I wanted to work. So, Harry must have hesitated to bring it up. I never thought I would feel this way, but the thought that I don't have to go to that company anymore, that I don't have to compare myself with others and suffer, made my heart feel incredibly light. But without work, I feel like I'll lose my value, I confessed. For me, who had lived for my job, that was a terrifying thought.
Of course, if you get better, it's fine if you go back. But just having you there, as you are, is the most important thing to me.
Harry reassured me. With those words from Harry, I found the courage to quit my job. Later, when I contacted the company, my boss was disappointed but accepted my resignation without a problem. Then I received a message from Olivia saying,
I'm filled with sadness hearing that you're quitting. Honestly, being the same age and holding the same position, I did compare myself to you and struggled sometimes, but the reason I could keep going was that you were there. Although we were treated like rivals by the bosses, I wish we had become closer as peers. I sincerely wish you all the happiness in the world.
Seeing this longer than usual message, I began to think that maybe Olivia felt the same way I did. But I don't look back. Harry's words gave me the courage to know that it's okay to be me. I quit my job, and about 6 months later, the doctor told me I was fine, and I no longer had anything to cry about every day. But I began to find joy in doing the housework I couldn't do before, and eagerly waiting for Harry to come home. Now, I want to be the one to support Harry. That's what I think. Then, for our 3rd wedding anniversary, Harry's present, which I received safely on our 4th anniversary, was a scarf he bought to keep me warm when I was busy, and I'm using it regularly. And at 29, I've been blessed with a child a year earlier than planned, and am now in my last month of pregnancy. To our coming child, I want to say, I'll love you no matter what, just as Harry did for me.